This movie is the perfect example of how to do perfectly the exact type of movie you're going for. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy, and 2023 has barely started, and we already have two pretty good movies. Is there something in the water? What's going on? Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Today, we are here to talk about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here, and it is... Hold on. What's going on? Alright. And this is a film that filled me with a lot of childlike fun. And that movie is Shin Ultraman, or should it be Shin Ultraman? Shin Ultraman is directed by Shinji Higuchi. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And is written by Hideaki Anno. I believe I am pronouncing that name correctly. And this is a sort of in the same universe spiritual follow-up to Shin Godzilla. What is Shin Ultraman about? Well, actually, weirdly, a lot of things. But essentially, it is similar to Shin Godzilla. It is sort of a soft reboot of a beloved character, in this case, Ultraman, who had a popular television shows, as well as various films, other media. And what is the film about? Well, because of various kaiju activity that has gone on, primarily in Japan, and one of many sharp, said by a character, and one of many sharp, surprisingly sharp satirical bits of dialogue, there is the creation of a new organization in Japan called the S-Class Species Suppression Protocol, or Triple SP. And the head of the chief captain of that is a former Ministry of Defense officer named Tamura. He is played by, in a surprisingly different performance from the one he gave in The Terrific Drive My Car, by Hitoshi Nishijima, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. A phenomenal actor. So basically, one day when a very rubbery, with slight CGI, accoutrement monster starts sucking up the electricity in the Japanese power grid, he is greeted by a gigantic silver man named Ultraman. This turns out to be the secret identity of none other than Shinji Kaminaja. He is played by Takumi Sato. This both delights and somewhat ruffles the feathers of the very, very charming and very, very funny newest recruit, who he affectionately calls his buddy. That is Hiroko Asami. She is played by Masami Nagasawa, who is terrific in this movie. But here's the thing. Turns out when a giant silver alien fights a bunch of giant monsters, let's just put it this way, calls on, basically gets a lot of attention from some very bizarro aliens, several of them, who want nothing more than to destroy us puny humans, believing us to be insignificant. And with the American military defense being only moderately sufficient, this new organization has to both cooperate and oppose at various points their co-worker turned ultra super duper hero, the alien mega fighter Ultraman. Will Ultraman save us, or is mankind truly doomed? Let the big battles in the very, very miniature-looking city squares begin. So, Shin Ultraman is, Roger, let's put it this way. Roger Ebert used to have a virtue when he was talking about Inframan, about how Inframan is he said, is something along the lines of, is a perfect example of what this cheesy kind of movie can do well. By that metric, Shin Ultraman is this generation's Inframan. Shin Ultraman is absolutely perfect at being an Ultraman movie. But beyond all of that, I love this movie. I had a smile plastered on my face pretty much from second one to second last. This movie was an absolute blast. It was funny. The action was really exciting in that old school laser beams and rubber monsters and goofily named villains sort of way that is, beyond even Japan, has found its way on things like Power Rangers. It's exciting, it's funny. They do a really good job of paying homage to that old-fashioned action style by sort of merging what look to be practical miniatures and rubber effects with a little bit of CGI added to it. But what surprised me so much about Shin Ultraman is just how sharp and satirical the writing is. Now, I do remember Shin Godzilla also being like that. I have not seen it since it came out, so I don't really have the best memory of it. But I do remember that being something this sort of carries over. The sound effects are just like they were in the original show, which I have watched some of, especially when I was a kid. We used to have a network here in the St. Louis area. I can't think of the name of it, but and if you know, let me know in the comments. But they would have shows like this and like HR Puffin stuff that would air on Saturday mornings, and I would watch that a lot. But like, I was pretty much a neophyte. I mean, it's sort of the way I was with One Piece, where it's like I saw some episodes way back when, but I have not kept up with the lore of Ultraman. And I picked it up pretty quickly. I happened to be there with my friend Alec, who is a massive fan of this whole subgenre, and we both had a blast. We were smiling and laughing the whole way through. And again, the lines in this movie, some of the dialogue in this movie, like, for instance, like I mentioned, early in the movie, that electricity-eating turtle-looking monster shows up, and one of our sort of company men here, one of our agents, kind of turns to everyone and he goes, "Why does it seem like kaiju always only ever attack Japan?" It's like, that's funny. And later, there's a moment where it's shortly before or shortly after that scene where they have a flyby and they immediately retreat, the U.S. military. One of them says, "Man, being a superpower must be nice. A global superpower must be nice." Things like that are great, but on top of that, these actors are all just right. Even the guy from Driving My Car, because they do such a good job of never smirking at us, but keeping a straight face and kind of sort of being in on the joke affectionately. Being able to look at what's going on with a straight face and say things like, Zoltan is, preparing the device that's going to blow up the solar system. Or, we believe, it's like, we believe that, whatever, like this kind of talking of kind of nonsense. Like, it's like, we believe you created biometric material to create gigantic humans, as a defense, as a replacement for nukes, things like that. And also, by the way, I also thought it was just sharply funny the way that they sort of not only pay homage to Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, but they also do it in a way that feels realistic to the modern internet, in a way that's still family friendly, where they basically reveal that nobody really cares about the fact that there was a giant woman there. It's literally just the scums of the internet using it for their own gain. That's very funny. And them having to like blur out, do like that weird. That was very funny. So yeah, I love this movie. I thought it was terrific. And look, is it deep? Abso-fucking-lutely not. It is not deep. But is it? It's just innocent, lighthearted fun, and it's fun for the whole family. Like, this movie, outside of that one little joke, the only swear word in the movie is bleeped. This movie is completely, there's no blood here. This is completely a family movie. I love Shin Ultraman. It's only going to be in theaters here in this country, I believe, for tonight and tomorrow night. We saw it subbed. Tomorrow night is dubbed. But yeah, for the one more night it is here, and then eventually when it's going to be on home video, watch Shin Ultraman. And if you can see it in the theater with an audience, do. I highly recommend this movie. And guys, look, if you remember, I based my metric on, does this movie succeed as exactly as it's going to be? And on that basis, I can't help but give Shin Ultraman this. Yeah, you see it. Bang. 5 out of 5 stars for Shin Ultraman. I can't believe I'm saying that, but this movie is totally what it is. It has no shame about it. It is completely fun. And it was just a wild ride. I also, for those who didn't watch Luke's stream last week, I also wanted to mention I have upped my score for Puss in Boots to 5. On Letterboxd too. I didn't really have a good reason not to. I think you can kind of tell if you watch my video that I didn't. So yeah, that's been up to runner-up status. Anyway, Shin Ultraman is the first 5-star I'm giving of a new release in 2023. Wow, just what a movie. I really enjoyed this film. This was a lot of fun. bring the kids. There were a lot of kids there, and they had a good time. Like, just bring everybody. It's a lot of fun. The other thing is, I don't know if they're doing this at all theaters. We had kind of a trivia pre-show, and also we had a really fun interview with the lead actor and the director. Really interesting. Right before the movie started. They're doing it through Fathom Events, so I believe in most theaters. And also for my international friends who are outside of the United States, I don't know. Maybe the release date hasn't dropped yet, or maybe it is going to get more of like a bigger release. But definitely, and in Japan, for my Japanese viewers, I think you guys, this movie already came out in like May of last year, so you probably have already seen it if you were at all interested. But yeah, a lot of fun. I love Shin Ultraman. I thought I'm definitely going to buy the Blu-ray. I love this film. I'd watch it again, and I want a sequel. They clearly set up sequels, and I know that in this universe, the next movie is going to be Shin Kamen Rider, which I also used to watch Kamen Rider. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I think sometime this year, actually. Anyway, yeah, let's wrap it up here. 5 out of 5 stars for Shin Ultraman. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash, none, because it's a Fathom event. Like I mentioned, we had trivia in this little thing afterwards, or before. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Okay, we will be back tomorrow, late tomorrow, probably like, by the rate of it, it's going to be overnight tomorrow, probably. It's going to be like between tomorrow, late night for some, and early morning Friday for others. We'll have back-to-back reviews for House Party and The Devil Conspiracy, which looks bad shit. So we'll have both reviews of both of those tomorrow night. We will also Friday have a review of Plane and more to come, including Missing, The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, the movie, Scarlet Bond, I believe that's what it's called, and Infinity Pool is coming. Also, we will do a video, we will do our best and worst of stream coming up, and I'm going to the Sundance, virtual Sundance here, so we'll have some films to talk about. We'll do a video on Sundance and individual reviews when the films are released. Like we did last year. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. And leave a comment if you have to say, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinHopWithGrant, Twitter at RaiseGrant, Facebook, RaisinHopWithGrant, serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. I want to know down below, what did you think of Shin Ultraman? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye.